Hello students, hope that you are fine. Welcome to my geography video tutorial of 10th standard. Today I shall discuss about transport. This is long chapter, that's why I have divided into 4 parts, and this is the last part of transport. Here I will describe about airways. Interest in aviation began when first time airmail service started in India. 1920. It was an experimental basis. The credit of opening first internal air service goes to J.R.D. Tata. He flew in a twin-seater single-engine Leopard Moth from Mumbai to Karachi and again back in 1932. Then slowly there is development is there, and there has been rapid development of air services in our country since 1953, when Indian Airlines and Air India were formed. So the Indian Airlines, what it is? Now let's see that one. The Indian Airlines Corporation provide air services within the country, which later expanded to include neighboring countries, namely Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Maldives, etc. It links all the principal industrial and tourist centers of India. After that, let's come Air India. Air India provides international air services over 96 countries. And Air India has a large fleet of jet planes, including the Airbuses and jumbo jets. Jumbo jets is one of the fastest mode of transport. Air transport has become very important in the northeastern parts of India, especially these parts. You see this Manipur, then Tripura, Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, etc. Why? Because these regions are mountainous region, and mountainous region and these are also the bordered areas. So from military point of view, we can say importance of this India has increased manifold. So the construction of roads are difficult here. We have already read that the hilly station railway lines is not possible to construct, and their narrow gauge routes means railways are there. That's why it is very difficult in the hilly areas to construct routes and railways, and because of that, air transport has become more important, and it is very essential in these areas. Recently, the government has started another air services called Vayudut. The most inaccessible areas of the northeastern region are connected by this air service also. A helicopter service provided by Pawan Hans Helicopter Limited. It is a government enterprise. It mainly provides support to ONGC for the onshore and offshore activities of inaccessible areas. So new aviation policy of the government has allowed private enterprise in air service. There are 90 aerodromes are there in our country, but there are only 4 international airports are there. So these 4 international airports are very important. And what are those? That is number 1, we can say Delhi. Where it is there, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. So in Delhi there is Indira Gandhi International Airport, Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, Kolkata Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, and Chennai International Airport. The Airport Authority of India controls the airport in the country. The Ministry of Defence has its own aerodromes which are controlled by themselves. So now we will see what are the advantages and disadvantages of this airways. Advantages of airways, we can say that air transport is the fastest mode of transport. Number two, transport is free from the mountain barrier. Just now I have told you, free from the mountain barrier, and remote places can be also reached by air transport. And then we will see what are the disadvantages. Disadvantages are, number one, air transport is expensive, and number two, it has limited carrying capacity, and number four, the weather is a factor. Means if weather condition is very good, then the smoothly that airways planes can go. And if the weather can be, means weather is not supporting, then there is it is very difficult for the passengers, and the weather can at times hamper smooth transport, we can say this one. Anyway, I am completing my video in this way, that is their airways. So hope that it will be helpful for you, and thank you everyone.